Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. We're about to watch the Blackout trailer that's just released at 7:30. It's a little later than normal trailer time, but it's trailer time now because they've just released it. So, without further ado, let's get into this. I'm at the beginning of the video. I'm ready to go. Fingers crossed they show us some of the zombies integrations into Blackout, and I mean, I'm just excited. Let's do this. Oh boy.
Approaching the drop zone.
Okay, there are the wingsuits. Oh, Lighthouse, Call of the Dead. My boy.
Locked and loaded.
It's so weird seeing zombies characters in there. And they're the wingsuits, yep. Good little moats. No swamming. No swamming.
Lighting them up.
Nuketown. Okay. Ooh, okay. Population dropping. It's so weird seeing zombies characters in here.
Inbound airdrop detected.
Okay. So we got a crate in the Jeep?
You know me.
Oh, my boy! My boy! Whoa! There is exactly what I was wanting to see!
Further collapse expected. Evac
Oh,
safe
there's
zone.
the storm as well. Dude. This is looking pretty good. Oh! What a shot at the end! Damn! To be honest, I think the only thing to do here is to watch it again, because there's a section in the middle there with the monkey bomb being used, a bunch of zombies in there. We know that zombies give you loot, actually. That's something worth pausing on. And actually, before we watch it again, let's very quickly just run through some new things that got announced. There are perks in Blackout, okay? There are consumables that are referred to, I believe, as perks that change the tide of battle in Black Ops 4's Battle Royale. So I'm going to read through a couple of the details on that now, and then we'll break down the trailer in even more detail, because there's no doubt going to be a fairly large amount to actually kind of figure out from the trailer itself, okay? So the perks that have been announced so far that are power-ups scattered through the map are as follows. Paranoia, which sends out an audible alert when an enemy sets their crosshairs on you, which is just like stuff that we have seen before in Call of Duty. Outlander, take less damage from the circle, and you're given a speed boost when you're taking that damage, so people running Outlander are going to be able to go in and out of that storm, of that circle, and use it to their advantage, essentially, to kind of play around with the space, I guess, of the remaining area, as opposed to just, like, fighting other people's forts or what have you, because there's obviously not forts in this mode, which is going to be really interesting to get used to be honest, for everyone that's been playing Fortnite for so long. Consumer, the time to heal yourself, revive teammates, and use items is reduced by 20%. Skulker, you move more quickly when you're prone or you're crouching. Stimulant, your health goes up 100 points. Actually, I just want to rewind a bit to Skulker. I hope that this gives you some funny animations when you're prone and you go backwards. Like, if you're zooming around, moving really quickly, while lying down, while moving backwards, and you do the little worm thing, that's going to be hilarious. That was like an old thing back in COD back in the day. That would be really funny to see return here. Stimulant, your health goes up by 100 points. Unclear if that's going to mean that you get like an overcharge stim or if it's just meant for healing, but I guess we'll find out very shortly. Iron Lungs, you can hold your breath longer when sniping or swimming underwater. Looter lets you see ammo, health, weapons, and other items through walls. Dead Silence reduces the sounds of users' footsteps. And Not only do we get that entire list of perks, we get a couple more bits of info about how we use them, okay? An important thing to keep in mind is that these stimulants are not permanent upgrades like Juggernog or Speed Cola or anything like that. In Blackout, the perks are consumable, explains studio design director David Vonderhaar. You collect them, you use them, and they have a timer. Every consumable you come across turns into a tactical quandary on when to burn them or toss them out of your inventory for something else which is more important. The Outlander perk might not seem as valuable as the stimulant one that you just ran across, but you never know. You could very well end up outside the circle in the closing minutes of the match, and then you want to be running faster and using Outlander. So there are going to be a couple different ways that we can play with these things, no doubt, and I'm sure that this will lead to some really inventive strategies on launch. But enough of that, let's go back to the trailer and watch this bad boy again. Enough of the words and the talking, I want to see the trailer again. I think we'll go through it again, and this time I'll pause it here and there when there's interesting stuff that I want to shout out to, okay? So, let's do it. Boom. Okay, so we've got the choppers coming in, and here we see the wingsuits, and obviously the characters doing a heckin' zoom around. I think this looks really cool, by the way, and hopefully we can customize them. That would be a neat addition. But one thing I want to mention is that you have the wingsuit on you at all times. They've confirmed that. So if you jump off a cliff or a ledge or a building that you've already landed on from earlier in the game, you're not going to just die. You're not going to just fall to your death. You will be able to pull out your wingsuit and glide around, which is cool and a nice way to mitigate full damage in a game where you can't build, right? Let's keep going. So that lighthouse that we just saw, that is pretty much confirmed to be the same lighthouse from Call of the Dead. So Call of the Dead wasn't in Zombies Chronicles, but our boy lives on, okay? It is the same lighthouse. It might not look like it at first glance, but if you look at it in this shot here, this building in the bottom right is actually the building in Call of the Dead that contains PhD Flopper, okay? So they have actually plucked it from Call of the Dead, which is so cool. And it also means that possibly we might see a Call of the Dead remaster at some point in Black Ops 4. Zombies Chronicles 2 could still happen in some way in this game and include Call of the Dead, because they've clearly taken one of the assets out of that map and brought it into this game. Why not do the rest of it? That would be a pretty cool idea, hey? So that would be nice to see for sure. And you've obviously got that little kind of ledge on there too from the map. We see, again, this another case of Mason and Shaw next to each other. What? Like, it's such a weird blending of the worlds, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they do the narrative for this, because, like, we're using monkey bombs, and they're bringing the worlds completely together, and then they're saying, or they say later on in the trailer, and we'll talk about it when we get there, but something like it's destabilizing, and so that's what the circle is. Is this some kind of grand simulation that is canon in any way or not? I guess we'll find out, right?
Locked and loaded.
So they're grabbing guns there as well, and that's a really interesting little moment. So this gun is just on the side, and the character just grabs it, so evidently there's not a chest that's being used. They're just finding a little pistol on a ledge, grabbing it, and gearing up.
Locked and loaded.
So we get a little look at some of the different environments there. And I can't get over this, dude. My boy Bruno just gets killed, and that looks like the time to kill's pretty fast. It looks like it. Like, that's like dead. Dead. So, it seems pretty speedy. And then he jumps off, just like I was saying, with the wingsuits, into the water.
Good to go.
You can swim around. And then they bring in the little bird chopper. And then Nuketown, man. We did see a screenshot of this already, but man, it looks good. It really looks good. Like, I'm liking the fact that they've opened it up a bit. It's not just that narrow two-house thing that we're used to. Like, you can, I mean, it's sort of obvious, but you can run into Nuketown now. It's an island, and then you can leave the Nuketown part, and there's still other bits of island there. Like, that's just cool. Also, in the top left here, you see these rocks. It's going to be really interesting seeing how they kind of play with different terrain like this, because they have mixed it up, and Fortnite, obviously, has different kind of environments in their world, and I'm really curious if COD is going to iterate on the Blackout map and, like, change things and change the scenery and the geography and stuff as they go. Who knows? I mean, it's completely a mystery right now, as far as I can tell. And then he chucks that at the chopper. And we see the chopper going down. I didn't notice that the first time. This little docks area. I'm liking those quad bikes. They're pretty cool. And then there's a little trip mine. Okay, and yep, kaboom. Look at this area. This looks cool. Look at all those trees and stuff. I really like the look at this. Oh, and that circle, is that a roundabout? Or is that, it looks kind of like that thing from Raid a little bit, but... Yeah, it is. It is. You can see it. There we go. Okay. There goes the bullet. Ripperoni. I'm actually really interested, just before we get to the zombie bit. They kick the door open here. Alright, is this like a breaching thing, or is this just an animation for the trailer? Or maybe they don't actually kick it open. Maybe that was just the sound making me think they kicked it open. Because that could be cool, like a breaching, kick a door down thing, but probably not. I guess they're showing off the fact that there are openable doors, though. That was a sort of news point a couple days ago. And here are some players. Here's a squad creeping in Verrückt, creeping in that asylum with the Statue of Blood there. And obviously a monkey bomb being used, which is a nice little addition. And you've got the new version, of course, so you've got that guy in the center of the statue as well. Let's play. Kaboom. Oh, and then the zombies start coming in, and they're like, oh no. Okay, so that's what they said. Listen, okay, I'm just going to rewind it a little bit. Further collapse expected. Evac to the safe zone. And we see my boy Richtofen with... that last gen Richtofen face. Right. Look at that face. Look at Scarlet. Oh no. Oh no. It's last gen Richtofen. He's actually returned. He made a comeback, boys. Oh, that's just... I don't know whether to laugh or cry. He's using that gun that we saw in the 9 trailer as well. Oh, man. Last gen Richto, my boy Eddie. There's a little hotel there. Multi-leveled boy. There's a nice little American flag as well. Okay, so they're driving the quads in the building. That's pretty dope. And then this. Like... Dude.
Pre-order and get access to the Blackout beta.
So, you better believe that I'm going to be streaming the hell out of this Blackout beta, okay? I am done with university as of today. I'm finished. Your boy got through an entire physics degree while being a YouTuber, while playing Black Ops 3, doing all of that, jumping into IW, doing all of that, and then jumping into World War II and doing some of that. I've been so busy the last few months, but I'm done with uni now, and so I'm going to be streaming the hell out of Blackout, okay? So you better be ready for that. Those streams on my channel, they're going to be crazy. One last thing I want to talk about in this video. We're not done yet. There's more zombies in Blackout, okay? I mentioned that there was loot associated with them. I'm going to give you some quick details right now about zombies in the Blackout mode. Dan Bunting says, with much of Blackout's map literally made out of remixed versions of multiplayer maps from previous entries, and its progression system hinging on unlocking favourite characters from the franchise, it would seem odder to leave zombies out of the question than anything else. However, don't think you'll be wandering into the wild with zombies everywhere, okay? They're kept tied to several zombies mode-inspired locations of the map, like the Asylum or the Lighthouse. The destinations have potential to spawn the undead. It's up to you if you want to go investigate the ray of light that appears over one of these locations, signaling the monsters are about. Both rewards and danger await. The zombies actually drop items for you if you shoot them. Usually, says Varn. The concept of the zombie supply stash is the Blackout equivalent of a treasure chest. It's a Call of Duty treasure chest, and good stuff's in it. Unlocking characters from Black Ops' various zombies modes in Blackout as player models mean fighting zombies and investigating their lairs, so you're going to have to take them out if you want to play as series favourites like Edward Richtofen. The undead aren't the only danger in these locations either. Treyarch admits that only 5 to 8 zombies are at each place, so you likely won't get overrun. But taking down zombies means shooting them, and that gunfire might attract other players. Overall, sounds interesting. Zombies are in Blackout, but they're not overriding the whole place. The storm is clearly not zombies, it's this purple stuff. What is that breakdown that they're talking about? Is that going to be something that I can make story videos on? I'll try my best. Other than that though, thanks for watching guys. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. There is a little bell icon that you should click on right now and turn on notifications for this channel. The ADFGX cipher from Mob of the Dead got solved like 2 days ago. I made a whole video explaining that, and I have a huge amount of content coming in the next week, month, and year for all of you guys. So subscribe, click the bell, turn on notifs. I've got so much good stuff coming for you guys very soon. I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.